Hey guys, this is our new tutorial video on how to iron your SD uniform. This also includes how to maintain your hat and shoes, so cleaning and pressing your hat. Enjoy guys! Okay, so here's a quick overview of all the things that you'll need when ironing your SD uniform and pants. So first of all, you've got your iron, which is a bit obvious, but you need to have your iron when ironing your SD shirt or pants on at least cotton, because it's the perfect temperature, even though it's the highest temperature on the majority of others. This is my personal preference, but I prefer to use a pressing cloth when doing my SD pants, as which protects the delicate fabric. Starch is always a good thing to have when ironing your SD uniform, as it gives your uniform a clean and crisp look to it. If you have any pets, a lint roller is good to have to remove any pet hair. It is good to give the uniform a roll before and after ironing to remove any unwanted lint.
Our first step is to iron the collar. Give the starch a nice shake before using and then spray some onto the collar. This way when you iron it, will become more stiffer. After that, iron flat your epaulets. And then continue on to the pocket flaps.
Slide the SD shirt onto the pointed end of the ironing board and then adjust to fit. Once it is flat on the ironing board, firstly iron above the breast pocket. Move the shirt over the ironing board until the top corner of the back is placed firmly on the ironing board with a flat surface. Then iron in to remove all creases. Now, lay the front of the shirt on the ironing board and flatten with hands. Spray a light film of starch over it and then progress to iron flat. Use the tip of the iron to get in and under different parts of the uniform, like between the front of the shirt and the sleeves. The iron was made with a point for a reason. Once completed and ironed to standard, shift the shirt over the ironing board, spray a film of starch and progress in ironing the back of the shirt, slowly shifting around the ironing board until you reach the other side.
Next, grab your long sleeves and unbutton the cuffs at the start. Make sure that you get the crease lined up and iron in properly, making sure a double crease is not made. Press hard to make sure that the crease will stay and will make a distinct line, but with the aid of starch, that shouldn't be a problem anyways. And there you are, left with a clean, crisp, professional look for your shirt. Your final step is to hang up the shirt onto a hanger and then button it up.
Firstly, grab the pants and run your fingers down the already pressed crease, making sure that they are lined up correctly and flat on the ironing board. Once adjusted so they fit, grab the pressing cloth and place over the top, making sure that the correct side is upright. Lightly spray starch over and then press with iron until you are happy with the time spent and how they have been pressed. Remove pressing cloth to see if pressed correctly. Your hat is an important part of your SD uniform. It is imperative that the hat stays flat. Best way to achieve this is to search your house for something heavy. Books are usually the easiest to find. We tend to use useless books that are not helpful, so we give them purpose in life, as a hat press. These books include maths, physics, biology and chemistry textbooks. Just place on top and leave, and the next week your hat will be flat.
Finally, you're left with your shoes. If your shoes are dirty, simply wipe it down by using a damp cloth and scrub the whole shoe, making sure you scrub in between the welts, and once you're done with that, use a dry cloth to wipe down the wet shoe.
Here are some tips for maintaining a uniform. Never scrunch up uniform and throw it in the dirty laundry pile. Make sure that your tie isn't covered in lint and is pressed flat. A regulation haircut is a must at all times, not only when wearing SDs. Make sure you have a regulation haircut before each parade, or if you don't, you will not have a fun time. Lastly, treat your hat correctly. Don't throw it anywhere or mistreat it. Generally, if you look after your hat, it will not need to be pressed or flattened so often, and you may find that you can use some of those books. Keep up those high standards, guys.